the addiction called love. Have you ever noticed something strange? One person sends you a message, and suddenly your whole mood changes. They reply fast. You smile. They reply late. You start overthinking. They leave you on scene, and now you're creating 10 different stories in your head. Sounds familiar? Here's the crazy part. People often say, love is the most beautiful feeling in the world. But what if love can also become an addiction? Not the kind you buy from a store, not the kind people warn you about, a silent addiction that feels amazing at first, but slowly starts controlling your thoughts, your emotions, and sometimes even your identity. Today, we're diving into the hidden side of love, and trust me, by the end of this video, you might look at your own relationships in a completely different way. Let's begin. Think about the first time you really liked someone. You kept checking your phone every 5 minutes. You replayed every conversation in your mind. You smiled at random moments because you remembered something they said. Even their good morning text felt like winning the lottery. It's funny, isn't it? A few simple words from one person suddenly become more valuable than your favorite meal. But why does this happen? Because your brain isn't just feeling emotions. It's releasing chemicals that make you feel excited, happy, and connected. In a way, your brain starts rewarding you every time you get attention from that person. It's almost like getting a tiny prize. And guess what? Your brain loves prizes. The more rewards it gets, the more it wants. That's why waiting for someone's text can feel like waiting for your salary to arrive. Except, sometimes the salary never comes. Now imagine this. You post a photo online, 100 people like it, but you're only checking if one specific person liked it. Why? Because when we're emotionally attached, logic quietly leaves the room. Love has a funny way of making ordinary things feel extraordinary. Their favorite song becomes your favorite song. Their hobbies suddenly seem interesting. Even watching a 3-hour movie you don't understand somehow feels enjoyable, just because they're sitting next to you. Let's be honest. We've all done things in love that our future selves would laugh at. Some people stay awake until 3 in the morning just to say goodnight. Others pretend to like spicy food because their crush loves it. And some even start watching cricket, despite having absolutely no idea what's happening. That's not love. That's survival. But here's where things become serious. Healthy love adds happiness to your life. Addiction makes your happiness depend on someone else. There's a huge difference. When love becomes an addiction, your emotions are no longer yours. Their mood becomes your mood. Their attention becomes your oxygen. If they're happy, you're happy. If they're distant, your whole day feels ruined. Slowly, without realizing it, you stop living your own life. You start living around theirs. And that's dangerous. Imagine carrying your phone charger everywhere because your battery dies quickly. Now imagine your happiness needs another person just to stay charged. That's emotional dependence. And the scary thing is, most people don't even notice when it begins. It starts with care, then attachment, then constant checking, then anxiety. Before you know it, peace disappears. Have you noticed how some people say, "I can't live without them"? It sounds romantic in movies. In real life, it's actually a warning sign. Because love should make you stronger, not make you feel incomplete. Here's a simple example. Imagine you enjoy eating chocolate. That's normal. Now imagine you can't go a single day without it. You become irritated without it. You think about it all day. Your mood depends on it. Now it's no longer just enjoyment. It's addiction. The same can happen with love. And here's something interesting. Sometimes we're not addicted to the person. We're addicted to the feeling they give us, the attention, the validation, the excitement, the hope. We're chasing emotions more than the actual human being. That's why some relationships continue even when both people know they're unhappy. They're holding on to the feeling, not the future. Our minds are funny. They often choose familiar pain over unfamiliar peace, because even heartbreak can become comfortable if you've lived with it long enough. Now here's an uncomfortable question. If someone suddenly disappeared from your life, would you miss them? Or would you miss the version of yourself that existed when they were around? Think about that for a second. Sometimes we fall in love with memories, sometimes with dreams, sometimes with potential, not reality. Reality is different. Real love isn't about checking someone's last scene every 10 minutes. It isn't about losing sleep every night. It isn't about changing yourself just to be accepted. Real love gives freedom. It doesn't build a cage. The healthiest relationships aren't the loudest ones. They're often the calmest. No endless drama, no daily emotional roller coaster. Just trust, respect, peace. And honestly, peace is underrated. Social media often shows us dramatic love stories, people crying, begging, running in the rain, writing paragraphs longer than school essays. But real love usually looks much simpler. It's choosing each other consistently. It's laughing over small mistakes. It's feeling safe enough to be yourself. Not perfect, just yourself. If someone makes you feel like you constantly have to earn their love, ask yourself, is that really love? Or are you just chasing approval? Here's something worth remembering. You should never lose yourself while trying to keep someone else. The right person won't ask you to shrink your personality just so they can feel bigger. Love should never cost your self-respect, because once self-respect leaves, pain usually enters through the same door. So, is love an addiction? Not always, but it can become one. When your entire identity depends on another person, when your happiness has only one source, when your peace disappears the moment they do. The goal isn't to love less. The goal is to love healthier, love deeply, care honestly, but never forget that you had a life before them, and you should still have one with them. Because the strongest relationships aren't built by two people who need each other to survive. They're built by two complete people who simply choose each other every single day. So the next time your phone doesn't buzz, don't panic. Maybe the universe is reminding you to spend a little time with the one person who'll stay with you forever. Yourself. If this video made you think differently about love, then you've already taken the first step toward understanding your own hidden mind. And maybe that's where the real journey begins.